John here. So in this video I want to show you a way that you can use the 24 finger combinations, you know, the standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3 and so on. Basically you get 24 different combinations because you can start from each finger and without repeating a finger. But you don't need to do that with 4 notes per string necessarily. You can use the same type of permutations to work on other types of technical problems. And I really like this because if you want to work on, let's say, 2 notes per string, you can apply these and it makes it way more interesting to practice. So I'm just going to show you this one here. If we start from the 5th fret, you should do this everywhere on the fretboard basically, but not in one day because it takes a while, right? And as always, focus on accuracy and, you know, good tone above anything else. So I've put the combinations down in the description below, so you have them all set for you, so you don't need to go anywhere. You can just check them out there, and you don't really need tabs for this one because you're gonna see soon why. So when we do 1, 2, 3, 4, only thing we're gonna do now, we're gonna work on 2 notes per string. So we're gonna divide that up into 2 notes per string, basically like this. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we repeat that on the D string, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then B string, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to go back, I would go the E string, B string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm constantly changing string here. So I'm going E string, A string, D string, G string, B string, E string, restarting on the E string, E, B, G, D, A, E. Then you're done with the 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, of course, you can do more reps, but I think it's more beneficial when you work through these 24 finger combinations to just go through them and do less reps, but get all the combinations instead. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the right hand is going to 2 notes per string, except when we turn around. So if I go through a few more of these combinations, you can see how it works. So 1, 2, 4, 3 then will be the next one. So you go 1, 2, now we're done 2 on that string, so we're gonna go 4, 3 on the next one. Next one after that will be 1, 3, 2, 4. So 1, 3, 2, 4. Next one would be 1, 3, 4, 2. And you continue on like that. Let's say we move on to maybe the first one from the group that starts with the 3rd finger. That will be 3, 1, 2, 4. So on 1 string, but on 2 strings, 3, 1, 2, 4. And what can be really helpful here if you tend to get lost and lose focus, just to call out the finger numbers. So if we take 3, 4, 2, 1, you either call it out loud or just in your head. So it's going to do it out loud now. So 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. And another thing that's really helpful is to visualize the finger in your mind's eye. It's not looking at your fretboard, but you sort of see your fingers moving on the fretboard and on the correct string. And they found that that really helps your overall technique. And I think why is because you give very clear instructions to your brain. And that's what all these combinations are for. They're not, you know, inherently musical, but they're really, really helpful. And, you know, I've read that Alan Holdsworth used to do similar things with his legato technique. And I mean, that guy was just out of this world. So I think it's a good approach to include in your practice routine. Shouldn't be all you do, obviously, but it's a good thing to really go through things systematically and, you know, leave no stone unturned. So one more thing then, you want to do this starting with an upstroke as well. So if we do, for example, 2, 1, 3, 4. Now we're gonna start with an upstroke. So I think it's important to do them all starting with an upstroke as well, especially when you're working on 2 notes per string here, since it's an even number. If you always start with a downstroke, every string is going to be a downstroke, but that's not necessarily what's going to happen when you're improvising. So you want to make sure that you don't basically paint yourself into a bad technique corner where you can only start certain phrases with a downstroke and you have to start others with an upstroke. It's better to work on both, so it doesn't really matter what pick stroke you use. So my suggestion is that you do this twice per day and do it for a couple of weeks at least to see the real benefits. So that's another thing. You need to stick to things for a while. You can't do it once or twice and be like, oh, that didn't really work for me. So it will take a while before you see the effects. But it's not a huge time investment. I think you probably can get 2 positions done in like 10 minutes. And it's a great warm-up, it's a great technique builder, as long as you're focusing on my acronym basically, RAT, relaxation, accuracy, and tone. So make sure you get that done and let me know in the comments how it worked out for you, and see you in the next one. Back in the day, I used to have real issues with fast alternate picking when it came to 2 notes per string. I was fine with 3 notes per string, but the 2 notes per string thing was a bit harder to crack. So if you struggle with fast alternate picking as well, and you don't know what to practice or for how long, I've created the perfect solution for you in the form of the Pentatonic Picking Power Book. So in this book, you'll find a daily workout that will not only help your pentatonic picking, but will also upgrade your overall alternate picking technique. So it contains basically the same exercises I used myself to develop my picking abilities, as well as numerous students over the years that I've given the same exercise to with great results. So I know these exercises work as long as you put in the work. So it's not a quick solution or quick fix. It will still take a lot of work, but at least you have a very easy to follow routine. So if you're up for a big alternate picking upgrade in 2024, I cannot think of a better start. It's $9 and I think it's very underpriced, but I did it that way just so as many people as possible could be helped by this. So check that out.